Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, well, we are just under 12 hours for the Korean live stream, and from that we will get information on what is to come for the next big update. But if you guys didn't know, and if you are unaware, there is changes happening this week. I just want to say a huge thank you. We did get a few more supporters coming in. I appreciate the love. Thank you so much. If you guys are a supporter of mine, I know a lot of you guys have decided to join up, make sure to enter the giveaway. I'm just going to say this right now. I think what I am going to do for you guys is, once we initially pick the first batch of you guys to win the Deluxe Hunter Pass, when it resets, I think the next giveaway, we're going to go back straight into doing the Hunter Deluxe Pass giveaway. So there's going to be two. The one that's currently happening right now, which I'll pick a handful of you guys to win on the weekend, so that way you guys have tickets ready for the banner, being it Go and Hansemi, of course. And then when it comes to re-picking the Deluxe Pass winners again, that will then cater to your summons for the September unit. So that's the plan. That's the plan. And as you guys can see, I am still waiting on the 1000 essence. So I'm hopefully they give it out before the Arise Festival, so that way, yeah, that'll be pretty solid. Again, I'll gift that all to my supporters ASAP. I will stay on top of it. Now, in terms of what's going to be happening this week, I think more than likely it's just going to be more for the part 2 for the summer vacation. So beginning of August, or the first half of it, is pretty much all the summer stuff, and then next week when the big update happens, that is when the 100-day celebration actually begins. So they've decided to kind of split it up a little bit. So this week coming, the vacation bucket list, as you guys can see, when it comes to the daily reset that's happening in like 2 hours or so from when I'm recording this, it will be the final day. So when it resets, it should be either Emma or Alicia if they choose to. Those are the only 2 skins that are remaining, by the way, along with a free weapon, so they have to reset it. The mini events, a day and 1 hour left, so obviously that's all being reset, of course. I really enjoy... Oh wait, no, the part-time job is here for the remaining week. Okay, so they're taking away... Either they're taking away the Juice Blast or they're changing up. It's one of the two, so that's something to take note of. But I really love these mini events. Daily ticket with all these resources on both mini events. These mini events are a godsend. Please keep them going, please. So love those. If they choose to add more for the chapters, that's fine. I mean, I'm not going to complain. Obviously they utilize this area to also provide us with the weapons, so more than likely if they choose to do that for the skewer, because that is the other remaining weapon that we don't have yet, so we'll go into that weapon in just a second, of course. Again, more means of getting resources and applying weapons into the event itself. So part 2 for summer vacation should be happening for this week, as it should start, and then it will be pretty much a week of us able to grinding it up, so that way we can get the remaining 2 skins and the remaining free weapon. I'm hoping there's a summer event part 2 login. Obviously, as you guys can see, when the reset happens, if you've been logging in correctly, then your 2k should be happening in today's reset. So oh yeah, give me that 2k. That is going to be beautiful. 2k, and then obviously once I get the code, I can give you guys 1k, so that's an extra 3k on everyone's account. Happy days. So let's go over with the skewer just quickly. Obviously, I mean, in terms of the fire weapon, like I said, we've got the Phoenix Soul Bow, but the Phoenix Soul Bow is pay to win. Let's be honest, it's pay to win. Well, then again, an A0 Phoenix Soul Bow actually does hit pretty hard, of course. But I guess you could say that with this smoky and juicy, it's a nice little combo for the two, of course. And it's a free SSR fire weapon, so I mean, you know, we can get it maxed out, and of course it will be 10 times better and helpful. So in terms of what this weapon is capable of, when the user uses smoky and juicy, which is the skill, it creates a sizzling grill. When the user uses smoky and juicy, it creates 3 instances of both juicy meat and smoky large green onions. So those are the drops that it gives you, and then obviously from that you can gain buffs from it. So the initial skill, when you activate it, the sizzling grill, as you're in the area, will give you an increase of 5% on your fire damage. So I mean, if you are doing some sort of fire combination, fire link up, or even if you have fire ruin skills activated, yeah, you can't go wrong with that extra 5%. Not only that, increases the user's damage dealt by 5% when within the area. So a total of 10 right there, not too bad, and again that's on for 7 seconds. So with the 2 resources that drop with the sizzling grill, so you've got the juicy meat, which gives us HP recovery along with a 1% attack increase, and then obviously the total duration of it is 10 seconds. I really would have wished maybe put the attack increase up to like 5%. Put it 5% across the board. I think that would have been pretty nice. But anyway, 1% increase, some for 10 seconds. By the way, multiple pieces of food drop. So I mean, I don't know if it'll allow you to stack it, possibly. But then obviously with the green onion, it will then cater to the recovery of MP, which is really solid, right? I'm happy about that. And then you also do get the defense increase of 1%. So yeah, again, multiple pieces of meat do drop. I think in total 3 of each of instances of these drop. So again, if we can stack them up, that'll be solid. That's the one thing which I'm really hoping for. Because I mean, if it is 1% per, then in total, I mean, that would actually be huge. So we'll have to test that out. Hopefully we can stack it. So once we start getting into the dupes, the number of juicy meats and smoky large green onion instances created increased to 4 each. So you get 4 of each. I think at the very beginning you get 3 of each. You get 4 of each just by going to A1, which is huge. Again, I am praying to the gods, please let us stack it. If they do let us stack it, then I'm going to be loving this weapon. I'll tell you that much. For a free-to-play weapon like this, with the buffs that we can gain and stack, solid. When the juicy meat and green onions instances run out, the grill flares up again to deal damage equal to 50% of the original damage is dealt for the first time it flared. Oh, damn it. Okay, so I don't think we can stack it. So, get a fire increase of 10% when you get to A2. A3 enhances the effect of the juicy meat. Oh my god, I completely forgot about this. Okay, well, I take it back. Yeah. So A3 is where the enhancement kicks in. 3% attack, 5%. So 3% on attack and defense, because it's going to be the same for the green onion, and then 5% recovery on HP and MP. I don't. Oh, there's a bit of a typing error, developers. I mean, they'll get it squared away clearly. If they don't, oh god. Okay, so that's good. Okay, that kind of puts me at ease. Then we get the cooldown decrease, which is cool. And then lastly, once we get it to the big boy A5, enhances the effect of the sizzling grill. So 10% or 10% across the board. Damn, there we go. Beautiful. I think this is a nice little support fire weapon for the fire typing in general, of course. So like, even if you are rocking with an A0 Phoenix Elbow, yeah, this will just kind of be a nice little pair to have if you are fully catering to the fire element, of course. So yeah, I mean, yeah, overall it's not too bad. I do believe that with this weapon, it's not held back in a situation, because obviously if you look at the Marlin board itself, it has its usage more for defeating enemies and there being normal monsters. So there are certain requirements required to actually benefit from the buffs themselves, right, depending on the scenario. But when it comes to the sizzling grill, it's from the weapon itself. The buff is from the weapon itself, so there's no requirements, there's nothing stopping us from gaining those buffs in whatever situation that we're in. So that's a huge plus. But yeah, you guys, so that is pretty much what is going to be happening for tomorrow's reset. Tomorrow's reset is when the change should be happening, and that will be the final week for the summer content that will then lead up for the 100-day celebration. And yeah, that's when it all kicks off, I guess, with the Rise Festival. So yeah, the skewer is not a bad weapon. I'm actually liking the skewer, I really am. More over the Marlin board, I want to say, just because of its usability not being held back. I think that's kind of one of the big reasons why.